Welcome to another video. Today we're going to rank every single Star Wars film from the worst to the best. I've done this before, but since the next film is coming out in like a few months, why not rank them all again? So yeah guys, rank all 10 of them from the worst to the best. Let's do this. So coming in last place is going to be Star Wars The Phantom Menace. And the reason I put this in last place is because, well, let's go through the positives about this movie. The lightsaber fight at the end against Darth Maul is very entertaining. The pod race scene is very cool. I think it's quite unique in the Star Wars series. I didn't really like how Anakin was portrayed in this film. I think it was a bit iffy. I think Obi-Wan could have had a bigger role in this film, but he wasn't. I mean, the main character is kind of Qui-Gon Jinn. He died at the end though, so yeah. A few other positives about this movie is that Darth Sidious was in it a bit as well. I think the boring bit, the bit that really made this film quite bad, is because when Anakin went to that ship and blew up the entire ship, I didn't really like that. Like, how can he just go into space and blow up the entire ship? I mean, he's the chosen one, but seriously, like, come on. Like, he's not even trained at all. How did he do it? The other reasons are the Tatooine scene was just the half of the film. It was just way too long. The battle scene was a bit dragged out as well. I think it was just a bit slow in some parts and just a bit boring. Just the main thing about this film is just boring, basically. That's the main problem I have about it. So yeah, that's for that place. Next up we have A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. This might come as a shock to you guys, but this is my opinion. I think this film is just, I like how this film is very simple. It's very easy to understand. There's only like a few scenes in the film, really. I watched it today, actually, earlier today, and it's quite short if you look at it. It's not like, it's boring, you know, some parts. The pacing is alright, I guess, but the main problem I have about this film is the dialogue. Absolute crap. The graphics is bad, but I can't really complain about that. It was made in the 1970s. Some things about this film is quite terrible. I think it's just the storyline is a bit iffy as well. I think the main big bits about the movie that's good is the last space battle where they go into the Death Star and destroy it. But I think the main reason about this film is the dialogue. Basically, it's quite bad. But apart from that, the film is alright. It's alright. It's the right film. So you guys, coming in the next place is Attack of the Clones, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Reason this is in was it the 7th place now, or 8th? Oh, yeah, 8th spot, is because this film's dialogue is very bad as well. I didn't really have a problem with Anakin and Padme, a love story between them, but it's just the dialogue was actually horrendous. But the reason I have this above The New Hope, because some of the dialogue was actually quite funny because it was so bad. Basically, I don't like sand, it's coarse, rough, and irritating. Gets everywhere. It's just cringy, and it's so cringy that it's actually funny to watch, and I actually like that because of that. Geonosis battle was amazing. Attack of the Clones used to be my favourite Star Wars film about 3 years ago. I've been watching Star Wars for 6 years now. No, more than that. 8 years. Since I was 6, so 8 years now. Quite insane. But yeah. Geonosis battle was awesome. This is a reasonably old film, but not too old. 2002, I think it came out. But yeah, guys, yeah, pretty good. Apart from that, I think it's awesome. I think the lightsaber battles are quite good as well. Clones are quite cool. I think the Jango Fett mystery could have been resolved a bit, like more of a mystery to the viewers. I mean, the viewers kind of knew the whole time. I think it would be more of a mystery if we learned with the characters. I think that'd be more like a murder mystery sort of thing. That'd be kind of. But yeah, next up after that, we have Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now, I watched this the other day as well. This is pretty good. This is an alright film, but it's just, I think Han Solo was portrayed quite well with the actor. I don't know what the actor's name is. Don't really look into the actor's name in Star Wars much. I think the storyline was quite good. I think the train scene, the train chase was dragged on a bit too much. And the last bit of Darth Maul was epic. Shocked a lot of fans. It didn't shock me. It shocked me kind of a bit, but it didn't shock me because I watched Clone Wars, which is amazing. Clone Wars, best thing ever in Star Wars. All 6 seasons. The 7th season's coming out now. Watch, you guys, it's amazing. Sorry, I'm getting a bit sidetracked here, but yeah. but I think Solo Star Wars story just is a bit boring at some parts. Pacing's kind of bad. Apart from that, storyline is very good. The plot is very good as well. The end is a bit what's the word? Complicated, because it was that you didn't know who's betraying who. It's like he's betraying him. That's actually knew he was betraying him, so he's betraying him. It's all over the place. It's kind of confused me when I was watching it in the cinema, but it took me a while to understand it. I watched it 2 more times to understand it, but I eventually did. I was like, why did Han shoot Beckett? Because I was kind of like focused on another side. Because Beckett was on one side, Han was on another side, and then the guy with the red things on one side. I forgot his name. You know who I'm talking about. Darth Maul's apprentice sort of thing, not apprentice. You know what I mean. But yeah, that's that. So coming in next up, we have Rogue One. Rogue One is Star Wars story. Now Solo and Rogue One are kind of mixed around, but I think Rogue One is a bit better because I just think Darth Vader. Darth Vader is probably my second favourite villain. Darth Maul is my favourite villain because he was in the Clone Wars. Clone Wars made him so much better. Resurrecting him from dead, basically. Not resurrected. He survived his injuries, Darth Maul. I'm getting sidetracked again, but yeah, watch the Clone Wars, guys. Watch the Clone Wars. But Rogue One, I think the first half of the movie was a bit pacing were bad, but last half was sheer perfectness, masterpiece, basically. I did care for the characters. I did care for the characters a bit because it doesn't take much for me to care about a character. I mean, I even cared about Rose in The Last Jedi. I'm not even joking. But yeah, it doesn't take me much to care about a character, really. But yeah, love Rogue One. It's just the whole storyline's good. Getting the plans was awesome. Stardust, yeah, awesome. The reason it's not up the list because the pacing was kind of bad in the first half. It got kind of boring in the first half. And the jealousy was a bit boring. I think they could have done it a bit quicker. But I think Rogue One overall was a pretty good film. So yeah. Next up we have Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. Wow, this film, the finale of the original, can't speak today, original trilogy, is the, I think the second best of the original I can't say original today, original trilogy. I think Luke Skywalker was very well portrayed. I think in New Hope he was a bit dull, but I think in this film and The Empire Strikes Back was very good as well. But yeah, Han Solo, Leia, I think was portrayed quite well in this film as well. A few things hit me hard in this film, like Yoda's death and when Darth Vader threw Palpatine off the Death Star. That was quite insane. Palpatine's obviously not dead; he's back in The Rise of Skywalker, apparently. But yeah, that's awesome as well. But the main thing that puts this movie below all the others is the pacing again. I think the pacing for the first half of the film, again, is kind of a bit long driven. I think it's just, what was it, the desert bit, when they get Han out of the carbonite, I just don't think that bit was really needed. Well, it was needed, but I didn't think it needed to carry on that long. It got kind of boring, the Sarlacc pit and those two monsters in the film. There was the big guy that Luke Skywalker fell into, and we had the Sarlacc. I think only one of them was needed. I didn't think both of them was needed. I think this film was carried on a bit too far. Apart from that, this film is very good. Very, very good. But yeah, next up we have... What do we have left? What do we have left? We have Star Wars: Last Jedi, Star Wars: Force Awakens. We have 4 left. So next up we have Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Episode 7. So the reason this is in the 4th place is because it was amazing. This film, I love the sequel trilogy. As you know, this is the first sequel. 2 of the sequels and then my top 4. And I don't understand why people hate the sequel trilogy so much. I've been a die-hard Star Wars fan since I was 6. And I love the sequel trilogy. I think it's the best trilogy. It's not a trilogy yet, but yeah, it will be the best. I think The Rise of Skywalker will probably be my favourite Star Wars film. I can already see it being my favourite. But yeah, Star Wars: Force Awakens, Han and Chewie coming back was awesome. Han's death made me cry at the end. Yes, in 2015 I was 10 at the time. Okay, made me cry because I didn't want Han to die. I knew he was going to die before he even died. because someone spoiled it to me. Like, someone spoiled Luke dying Last Jedi in a Minecraft live stream. Yep. I was so mad. So mad. Yeah, that's why I'm going to watch Star Wars Rise of Skywalker the day it comes out, so no one spoils it from me. Okay? Because I've been spoiled for Endgame, I've been spoiled for Force Awakens, spoiled for The Last Jedi, I don't want to be spoiled for Star Wars 9. So yeah. But yeah, where was I? Star Wars Force Awakens. I think Rey and Finn, I love those two characters, especially Finn. I think the actors of Rey and Finn played their role very well. Love John Boyega, love Daisy Ridley. I think Luke Skywalker should have come in the film a bit earlier. Apart from that, this film was very, very perfect, very, very amazing. Some people were just complaining about this film being too similar to A New Hope, but I don't really give a crap, really, because this film is, you can see it in its own unique way. I guess they could have done it not in a desert planet, but I guess J.J. Abrams wanted this nostalgia to come back and stuff like that. But yeah, my battery's on 5%, so I'll be right back in a second with you. So Star Wars Force Awakens, amazing film. Thing that's bad about it is basically when Kylo Ren, I think, was a bit childish in this film. He got a bit better in The Last Jedi, but I think he was a bit childish in this film. But yeah, Poe Dameron betrayed very well as well. But yeah, this film all around is pretty good. I don't know why people hate it so much. But yeah, coming in my top 3. It's coming in number 3 spot is The Last Jedi, Star Wars Episode 8. Yeah, go and dislike this video right now. Because you guys are very angry at me that I put The Last Jedi in my top 3. But I don't see the problem with it. I think this film is almost a masterpiece. I think it is a masterpiece. People, sorry I say so much, but yeah. Let's do it again. Last Jedi. Alright. Most people have problems with Luke Skywalker's portrayal, Snoke's death, and finally Rose. Yeah. The new Jar Jar Binks, apparently. Rose, I think she was alright, I guess. She wasn't amazing. She was quite bad, I guess, to be honest. That was the only really bad thing about this film. I think Rey and Luke, I think, why do people complain about Luke so much? Because if Luke was on the island, okay, just think about this for a second, guys, okay? What other reason would Luke have to be on the island to die? What other reason would he have to be on the island to die? I mean, he's not a coward, is he? I mean, that would even be worse. So they made it so Luke ran away because he thought he'd have all his problems, so he went to the island to die. That was the only reason. Okay, that was the only reason they could have done, basically. They would have satisfied the audience, and the audience wasn't satisfied. They think, oh, I think other reasons would be better, but I think this is the best reason Rian Johnson could have done to make Luke a character in The Last Jedi. I just think that was the best reason. I think the bad things in this film was Snoke's death. I mean, I didn't really care at all, actually, because he wasn't a character that I really give the crap about, really. I mean, Palpatine's back now, so I don't really care. But yeah, Rey and Finn again, very good. Not much interactions between them in this film. Just at the end, Luke's projection scene in the film was very good as well. I think Kylo Ren was portrayed a lot better in this film by the actor, and I think Hux was very funny in this film. And I love Chewbacca when he was the Porgs. I thought he was going to feed a Porg to a Porg for a second. That was going to be funny, but no. But yeah, all up, this film was a masterpiece. I think. I don't understand people. I think this film has the best graphics in all Star Wars films. It's amazing. But yeah, that's what I have to say about this film. Okay. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have The Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5. This film is pretty good. Very good, actually. I think this is the best original trilogy film, but... Excuse me. But, basically, I think when Darth Vader told Luke, "I'm your father," that was the best scene in all Star Wars history, all of cinematic history. Best scene ever. I think, no sarcasm. Okay, sarcasm, not sarcasm, whatever. But yeah, yeah, there's not very much to say about this film. This film is just a masterpiece. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's Dagobah, Hoth, they're all amazing. The only bad thing I can say about this film is trying to think actually. I'm trying to think of a bad thing. What's a bad thing about this film? I mean, the pacing was a bit bad in the Dagobah scene, but I think that was needed because he needed that much to train. But yeah, not much to say about that's bad about this film. Cloud City was good. It's quite good. Lando's character was really good as well. There was not much Dark Sidious in this film, but yeah, and this is when Dark Sidious was just like being introduced. So yeah, I guess that's why. But not much to say that's bad about this film. Very good overall. So yeah, coming in first place we have Revenge of the Sith. Now this film is the best Star Wars film of all time because it emotionally just hit me really hard. This is one of the best films in all, like ever. This is one of the best films ever because I just think Darth Sidious's plan is just insane. I think it just shocked all the fans when Order 66 happened and all the clones just turned on the Jedi. I think it was the most emotional scene in all cinematic history. Just Anakin was a bit whiny in this film, not as much as Episode 2. This is definitely the best of the prequel trilogy and the best of Star Wars. One of the best films of all time. The memes about this film was very funny as well. Do it. No! I have the high ground. It's amazing, but I think the last lightsaber battle was epic. Some people say it went on for too long. This is freaking Anakin and Obi-Wan going 1-to-1. Master versus apprentice. This is definition of awesomeness. It didn't go on for too long. I mean, I would be happy if it went on for longer. It was epic. I think Anakin's rage was very good when Padme, like he's the one that killed Padme, was very good. I think Luke and Leia was awesome in this film when they were born at the end. Obi-Wan, I think it just like the pacing was so good. It was originally going to be 4 hours long. It's insane, but I just think it just flowed so well into A New Hope. Yeah, it was just epic. But yeah, this film was absolutely incredible, and I just love it so much. But yeah, that's all Star Wars films ranked. Sorry, the video went on for a bit too long, but you know, it's Star Wars. So yeah, I think the trailer might not be coming out in a few days. Rumors, but I don't think it is. I think behind the scenes is going to come out. I'm going to react to that anyway. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. See you later. May the Force be with you. Always.